Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Taste Test Tuesday. Today I am taste testing eggs. Augason Farms whole powdered eggs and Thrive Live's powdered eggs. Now I've tasted these before, they're pretty good, but I haven't done a side-by-side taste test comparison with the two. I like them both, so we're gonna see which ones reign supreme. I have an idea of which one it's going to be, but let's see what you think at the end of the video. Who do you think is going to taste better? Augason Farms or Thrive Live? Let's find out. First, we have Thrive Live scrambled egg powder. This is a pantry size can. It's 12 ounces. The instructions to refresh the eggs are very simple. For one egg, you're gonna whisk in 2 tablespoons of the egg mix with 3 tablespoons of water and cook as normal. And over here on this side, we have the Augason Farms pasteurized dry whole egg powder. This bag comes in 11.92 ounces. The instructions for the Augason Farm eggs are a little bit different, I suppose. If you're gonna make 2 eggs, you're gonna need 1/3 cup of the egg powder and 1/3 cup of warm water. I'm gonna make these the same way that I'm making the Thrive Live. So I'm just gonna use 2 tablespoons of egg powder and 3 tablespoons of water, and then we're gonna cook them exactly the same. If you watched our Memorial Day camping video, I made some breakfast burritos using the Augason Farm egg powder along with some freeze-dried beef that I got from the freeze-dried wholesaler, and Amato said it was good. It was really good. In fact, I didn't even eat my burrito. I don't know, at some point I lost my appetite, and Amato did finish both those burritos over the course of the weekend, but he did say it was really good. As a side note, yes, I should have done a taste comparison. It really would have been a perfect opportunity, and I will get there at some point. But for now, let's go ahead and get these eggs mixed up and let's get them cooking, because I'm hungry. I labeled my dish so I know which eggs are gonna be which, and then you guys can see that as well. So I'm just gonna set this aside. All right, we're gonna start with, I think we're gonna start with the Augason Farm eggs. Now it does say when I look at the servings per container, the Augason Farms has 26 servings per container, and a serving size for one egg is 2.5 tablespoons of dry egg powder. And you use equal amounts of egg powder and water. So I said earlier that I was going to make the Augason Farm the same way, using the same ratio as I did with the Thrive Live. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to follow what it says on here for a serving for one egg. And since it already says equal amounts of water and egg, I'm just going to use 2.5 tablespoons of the egg and 2.5 tablespoons of the water. So we're going to start with the Augason Farms first. So I've got my little tablespoon. Let me show you what the mix looks like. That's what it looks like inside. So there's 1, 2, and then 1/2 tablespoon in this one. Let's keep these next to each other. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the Thrive Live and show you the visual comparison, because there already is a very distinct visual comparison between the Thrive Life foods and the Augason Farm foods, eggs, I mean. Okay, this is what the inside of the can looks like. I'm gonna show you what they look like side by side. All right, so here we have the Augason Farm freeze-dried eggs, and we have here our Thrive Life freeze-dried eggs. So you can see a very stark difference between the eggs. The Thrive Life eggs are more vibrant and yellow. There is a little glimmer to the eggs, and the Augason Farms eggs are just dry powder. There's nothing shimmery in it. Doesn't mean that they're bad. It doesn't mean that they don't taste good. It's just some people need that visual comparison. You know, they say that we eat with our eyes first. Do you eat with your eyes first? I know if something doesn't look good, I'm not gonna wanna eat it, but let's go ahead and move on to the next step. I have some hot water in my kettle. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with the Augason Farms. We use 2.5 tablespoons of the dried eggs, so we're gonna use 2.5 tablespoons of water. Okay, there's my water. I'm gonna just add this to the eggs and whisk it really well. Make sure that there are no dry components in here. I know it looks awfully thick. I'm gonna just follow what it says based on the serving size and see how it comes out. But if you've worked with like powdered eggs before, you can add a little bit of extra water to make it a little bit runny. But for comparison's sake, I wanna just see what it's gonna be like just following the serving size instructions. Let's set these aside. And for the Thrive Life, they're also going to need 2 tablespoons of water. That in there. I can already smell the eggs with that hot water. All right, get this mixed in really well so there isn't anything dry. All right, do you know which one is which? Which one is the Augason Farms and which one is the Thrive Life? Here they are both mixed up. They do look really thick and like a paste. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping that they come out. I want to add more water so badly, but we're gonna see. If it's a fail, it's a fail. That's why I'm only making 1 egg. So right now I have my skillet getting nice and hot. I'm going to add some beef tallow to my skillet. I normally like to cook my scrambled eggs in butter, but we're gonna just stick with the beef tallow. I've been really loving using the beef tallow because it just makes everything taste divine. I don't want to burn my eggs. All right, we are going to start with the Augason Farm eggs first. So I'm going to go ahead and add these in. It almost looks like nacho cheese out of the jar. I'm also going to season my eggs with a little bit of crushed red pepper, some onion powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and a dash of pepper. All right, these actually cooked up real quick, very quickly. All right, and we're gonna get these set on our plate. All right, let's get these Thrive Life, or excuse me, let's get these Augason Farm eggs. All right, this is what they came out looking like. And let's go ahead and get started with the Thrive Life eggs. Okay, to my skillet, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the beef tallow. All right, we're gonna add our Thrive Life eggs. This is what they look like. We're gonna season them the same. I'm gonna add a little bit of crushed red pepper, some powdered onion, a little bit of salt, some garlic powder, and some pepper. All right, and this is what they're looking like. They're just about done. I'm sure that you can tell a difference between the Thrive Life and the Augason Farm. But let's go ahead and plate the Thrive Life eggs. All right, and I have a couple of pieces of bacon that I made this morning. They may or may not have gotten overcooked because Wednesday came to see me. And well, I just forgot what I was doing and gave all my attention to her. Miss Wednesday came over and paid me a little visit this morning, threw me off my schedule. I have my coffee sitting right there. I haven't even made it yet. We're gonna just let her eat and show her a little bit of love, and she can leave whenever she wants. I just grabbed her a couple of cans of cat food yesterday on my grocery haul. I didn't show it in the grocery haul, but 2 cans, 99 cents, so $1.98. And 1 can, she will eat probably about 1 can a week because she's getting meals from our neighbor. He primarily feeds her, but she does come over every once in a while when she sees my door open. She'll sit in front of the door and she'll just meow to let me know that she's there. And once I open the door, she like runs towards the shed because that's where I keep her food. And then if I leave the door open, she'll just let herself in, which I don't mind at all. So I know that she can eat in peace and not have to worry about anything bothering her, including me. There she is. Now she's giving herself a bath. She still had a little bit of food left, and I only gave her a couple maybe a tablespoon of food. She didn't even finish it, so I just put some water on it and left it in the shade outside so she can come back to it if she wants. All right, and this is what our Thrive Life versus the Augason Farm freeze-dried eggs are looking like. You can see a big difference just in the visual comparison of the two. So let's get set up and let's see how these taste. Okay, I have everything set up. Not like it was a whole bunch of setup anyways, but I have my plate of food. Which one is which? Which one is the Augason Farm and which one is the Thrive Life? Let me know in the comments if you know which one is which, if you've been keeping track. Let's see how it tastes. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with the Augason Farm eggs first. And you know, I just noticed that they are a little bit more like orange, a little bit darker in color, and I did add some spices, but I don't think that would really change the color too much. But let's see how they taste. I feel like I'm so biased and jaded in these kind of videos because I love freeze-dried eggs. These are good. They're a little dry. I think they could have benefited from adding a little bit more water or maybe even some more milk if that's how you like your eggs. So I would recommend doing that moving forward, is just add a little bit more water until your eggs kind of get the consistency that you like. But they do taste good. They're just a little dry. And you saw that they really only cook for about, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. It didn't really take that much time to cook it at all. And now we're gonna go ahead and taste the Thrive Life eggs. This is what the Thrive Life eggs are looking like. Those are really good. Really good. I'm gonna try the Augason Farm one again. And the Thrive Life. Man, this really is a tough comparison. And honestly, I mean, visually, the Thrive Life eggs just knock it out of the park. They look so much more appealing to the eye, something that I think most people would want to eat, but they are a little dry as well. So I think that these eggs also could benefit from just a little bit more liquid. You can always experiment with it and find that great ratio. And so I'm glad that I'm doing this video, because this is actually giving me a little bit more insight on how to use my freeze-dried eggs moving forward. And with that in mind, they definitely need a little bit more moisture. But let me know if you have any tips and tricks regarding freeze-dried eggs, if you know how to make them taste amazing. Let me know in the comment section below. I mean, these are great. Just a little bit dry, and you saw, and they taste like eggs. I mean, you really wouldn't have known that they were freeze-dried, but they didn't take that long to cook. Literally like maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So again, they cook really fast. And I only made one egg, so if you're making more eggs, they probably will take a little bit longer to cook. And I've got my burnt bacon because I was distracted. Wednesday came over and I gave her some food and loved on her for a little bit, and I forgot that they were cooking. A little bit more crispy than I like. Honestly, I can't really tell that much of a difference. They taste almost identical. I don't know if maybe that's because I seasoned them the same way, but even without the seasoning, you can kind of get the undertones of the egg and know what those eggs taste like. And honestly, they're both great. So if you are a visual person and you want everything to look beautiful, I would definitely go with the Thrive Life eggs. They are a beautiful yellow, and they taste good. But on the other hand, the Augason Farm eggs taste great too. They were delicious. Don't get me wrong. I am having a really hard time deciding which one I really like the best. And honestly, as much as I love Thrive Life, I love Augason Farm too. Let's talk about the cost. We're gonna start with the Augason Farm whole dried egg powder. I just went on to walmart.com. I searched Augason Farm eggs and it came up with all different kinds of options. So the dried whole egg powder, remember this is an 11.92 ounce bag, is $55.99 or $4.71 per, it says ounce. Now the scrambled egg mix from Thrive Life, this is a 12-ounce can, so this is just slightly more than the Augason Farm. And this can would set you back $35.19 or $1.14 per serving. When we discuss the larger number 10 cans, the Thrive Life number 10 can for the scrambled egg mix is costing $102.59 or $1 a serving, which is for the delivery customers, $120.69 if you are not a delivery customer. So why would you not be? Whereas the Augason Farm dried whole egg powder is $61.79 or $2.47 per ounce. So you can decide what is going to be best for your family, where you want to put your money, your investment. These are investments. I really firmly believe that anytime you are buying food that you plan to keep longer than, a couple of months is an investment. So which one are you excited to try? Thrive Life or Augason Farm? They both taste amazing. The color were different. And the price comparison is kind of different. You can decide which one you think is going to be the best for your budget. Thanks for watching another video. I will see all of you next week for another Taste Test Tuesday. Bye, everybody.